We're going to Chichen Itza. We are about to walk up on Chichen Itza, and it is one of the new 7 wonders of the world.
I think once we turn this corner, we're gonna be able to see it.
I'm so excited. I think it's gonna be huge. Oh my gosh, I can kind of see it. It is massive. Oh my gosh. That is amazing.
Chichen Itza isn't just this giant temple right here. It's really cool, but there's a lot of other stuff here. Like this one right here is actually a place where they used to sacrifice people. They used to cut open their chest and take out their heart, and then they would dump the body into the cenote that's about 10 minutes walk away. Pretty interesting.
The sacrifice that they did at this temple was the most common type of sacrifice, which is terrifying because imagine how bad that would hurt being awake and getting your chest just cut open. Yeah. And then rip your heart out.
But they would do this on December 21st, which is what, the winter solstice.
Yeah.
So the shortest day of the year, and that's where you could actually see the sun perfectly line up with this over here.
The columns like there, if you can kind of see it, be like right in the middle there.
The reason why we're even able to be here in the first place is because this land is owned by the government, but it used to be a private place.
There's actually a lot less people here than I thought there was gonna be, and the history behind this all is so fascinating. Mostly what I've learned is that the Mayans were freaking cutthroat. They did so many sacrifices, they killed so many people, but it's so cool. Makes me very thankful that I was not alive during this time.
There's plenty of history that you can read that's right next to all of these different buildings, but we actually had a tour guide take us around for about an hour showing us everything. That's why we have all of this knowledge about the Mayan people.
This one has a giant platform on top where they used to like dance and do rituals. They actually have a jaguar, which is like the Mayan culture's like symbol, and then they also have an eagle, which is really rare because there's no eagles around here. So that means that they were in harmony with like another group of people from the mountains. I think he said it was the...
Let me look it up. I have it written down.
Okay, so it was the Tolteca people that came and they were friends with the Mayans. So this actually isn't totally just a Mayan city. It's also the Mayans and the Toltecas together.
Okay, this is actually the Venus platform where they used to look at all of the different planets.
Okay, I was wrong before. The other one was the Venus temple, and this one is the one where they dance and they have the jaguar and the eagle.
The jaguar and the eagle, it's around here.
Right there, you can see it.
Okay, in the lighter section, that's the jaguar. And then, let's see, where's the eagle? Is the eagle on top? Wait, is that the eagle?
Oh yeah, it's up there.
No, but they're holding, this is a heart right here that they're supposed to both be holding.
Yeah, because they both love each other.
The Mayan people knew of 5 different planets in the sky: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, and they could see them all just from looking at the sky. They didn't need a telescope or anything.
You actually used to be able to climb up Chichen Itza, which is crazy because it is so much bigger than I thought it was gonna be. But back in the Mayan days, only the most important person of the city would be able to climb up there. And also, another crazy thing is there's actually a cenote under Chichen Itza.
So I don't know if you can like swim in it, but we definitely don't have access to do that. They closed it down in like 2007.
The Mayans would throw the sacrifice's body into cenotes because they believed they led to the underworld.
Over there is actually my favorite part, but we'll get to that later. There's the face all the way up there. That is the face of their rain god. What did the rain god do?
Brought rain.
I could use some rain right now. It's so hot out here. Maybe we shouldn't have come in the summer. There are so many cool things about this big temple right here. One of the things is that this is actually a calendar. There are 91 steps on each side of the temple, making 364 steps. And then there's an additional step on Hashtag's 365. Jenny's hair is crazy. I think it's so cool that like
The Mayans were so smart.
they were really smart.
Like, they said that they still have 3 books that the Mayans wrote. Like, how crazy is that? Like, they were so beyond their times in, like, their technology. It's just wild.
This is my favorite section. It's probably also why there's a lot of people over here. This is their sports stadium.
This place is a sports stadium, but it's honestly absolutely crazy. So these holes, these baskets right here, they had to get a rubber ball that was like 5 to 9 pounds in there. They could only use their elbows, their hips, and their knees, I believe. Elbows, hips, knees. Yeah, elbows, hips, knees. They couldn't use their hands. And the craziest part, well, they would usually only score like 1 goal or basket or whatever. And the captain of the winning team would be a sacrifice and get his head chopped off.
This right here is a person, the captain of this team. There's 7 players on this team all along this wall. This giant ball is supposed to go through that hoop. I don't know how that even works. That's so high up. And then right here is the winning team. And it's hard to see, but there's somebody on their knees right now with their head cut off. And that means that they were the best player on the winning team.
The knee is right there. You can see the knee kneeling, and then you can see the snakes coming out of his head.
They said it was snakes coming out, but that could also just be the blood that's coming out right after they chop off the head. Oh yeah, and the losing team was actually be the one to cut off the winning team's captain head. And it's holding the head right there. Wait, there's the head.
I know it was an honor to like be the best player, the captain gets his head cut off, but I would try so hard to lose. Straight up, try so hard. I would throw the ball away, I would touch it with my hands. Maybe they would kill me for doing that, but I ain't trying to be a sacrifice. Also, I think it was like the prince or the king or the emperor would sit up here and watch the matches. Because of the way it's built, he could talk and everyone in the stadium could hear him.
The reason why you would be sacrificed is because you wanted to sacrifice the strongest person to their gods. Here's my theory. It's probably wrong, but the ruler that would sit up there in the temple, I think that they just wanted to keep power. And so they would just kill off the strong people, use the rest as slaves, and then they didn't have to worry about anybody taking their place as ruler.
Everywhere we look, you can spot snake heads. This place actually used to be completely colored. And if you look in the very top right corner there, you can still see some of the blue and red and green. So you can see all of the skulls on this temple. At the top, there used to be spikes with the winning captain's head on them. And then they would go throw the body in the cenote.
Yeah, things like, I would want to do that. It's actually somewhat impressive when a structure like this is still standing from a long time ago in an area where the Spaniards came and took it over, because Jenny and I were in South America for a while, just a few months ago, and we got to see all these different countries and places where the Spaniards came and they conquered the people there and they tore everything down or just built their buildings on top of them. But in this case, the Mayan people had been fighting with each other for land and possessions. And so by the time the Spaniards actually came here to conquer them, there were almost no Mayan people left. And so they decided they didn't need to take over any of these structures. And that's why they're all still standing here.
Wow, we haven't stood this close to it yet, and it is just so humbling. The fact that they built this just with like their bare hands with no instruments is just crazy. There you can see another snakehead.
Come on, Jenny, our bus is leaving. We gotta hurry.
This place is so cool. It's like just such a cute little town. Also, fun fact, all the Mayans had huge walls around their cities because they would fight with other Mayans. So they wanted to like keep what's theirs theirs.